Hi, welcome back. So this was one of the logs that I've got as a gift from a fella who just want to learn some of the basics around the lathe. And now this is quite interesting and special wood. It's called Smrič here in Croatia. It's sort of native to coast area of my country, and I think after I've done a little bit of research and I'll do it a little bit more, I'll put on the screen. I believe it falls into some sort of a category of juniper, something like that. And the smaller log that I've sawn through a few weeks ago had a lot of splits, a lot of tiny splits, and I managed to get a few spindle blanks, not much. So I'm hoping this is much bigger to get at least something out of it, some few balls and for boxes and such. Now, in terms of how it looks, this is the sort of appearance. It's sort of like let's say large in sort of like a grain type and texture. And the sapwood the worms really like, but they cannot go into hardwood here. And it has a really distinctive smell. It's not bad smell, it's a great smell, but it's a really strong smell. And this is the offcut from a friend. He just brought that, and I might even use that for something. I'll see. There is actually sort of procedure that you have to cut this down. You only have like a few days to cut it in January. Now, funny enough, the January in Croatia is called siječanj, which sort of in rough translation would be to cut down trees. And these were like only cut during the full moon. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, if somebody watches here from Croatia that does more, that knows more about this stuff than I do, but I'm passing on what the fellow told me. And yeah, I'll just go through. I won't go rough on style and just be into every detail of how and why I cut this log the way I do, but you'll see in a speed up process, and I'll show you at the end what I've left with. Oh, and I forgot to mention the saw that I have here on. I've used for a few weeks now, and got two more spare ones, and these are from Saw in Czech Republic. Here's a little better view, and I reached out to them if they want to send a few saws for me to try out. I've been desperately looking for quality saws for the bandsaw. The ones that came actually from the Record Power are not that bad. They're actually quite good, and you can resharpen them several times and get away with it. But the ones that I've mostly acquired here in Croatia are really not that great, and I had the brand new saws that I put it on. It wobbles, it walks, it knocks, and the connection is quite badly done. So I have, like I said, this one on for a few weeks now and been testing it out. This is 1/2 inch or 12 mil wide blade, and it has I believe 3 teeth per inch, but it's skip tooth pattern, so that actually you cannot get in Croatia as well, so that's another benefit. So I'll do what I think about these saws and in a review of the bandsaw here. So let's go on the log. You can see how it looks, but I think I still see a few splits here, which is not ideal. And this is sort of a heavy log, so I feel I can grip it well, but if you have a lighter log or anything more round, then you want to build yourself sort of a sled. As you can see, I managed to pull out quite a bit of balls, which is great, and a few of the spindle blanks. And most of these, by the look of it by now, will be natural edge balls, and they have nice shallow sapwood here on most of them actually, and that could be quite interesting. And all I have to do is just clean up a little bit here on the bark. This is already like almost gone, so it's not holding by much, but when you brush it, it will get nicely cleaned. So one, that smaller one, three bigger ones. We're going to probably turn one of these now, and couple of these shallow ones. Now I could probably resaw this and have a narrow or thin, not sure what, maybe for some spindle, maybe somebody wants a pen blank, but I think this should be quite interesting to make a shallow natural edge plates, let's say. And these are a few spindle blanks. This is the one, let's say, more substantial. Just leave it as it is, like this, and I'll see when the time comes and or need for something like this, I'll turn it. A few wedge-shaped pieces, a couple of them. Nice handle, let's say, for a tool or something like that. This as well. So I'll just keep these spindle blanks, and if I ever get the need to turn them, I'll turn them. If not, they'll be nicely dry on the shelf. So I'll just grab one of these and we'll turn it, and you'll see how it looks. And we are back at the lathe. So choose this smaller one to start with. So I just drilled with the Forstner bit a hole that goes over the spur drive, and brought in the tailstock. Clamp it down, roughly get it to like aligned the natural part of the ball, and tighten it a little bit. Spindle gouge. It's not very hard timber, it's more on the softer scale, but at least the ones that I've turned, it actually scrapes nicely and it works nicely. So that's almost complete foot. And I'll go with this from this direction. I think still more, yeah. Still more, but at least now I can see where the bark is, and I can turn this around and make a recess on this side and expand the jaws. Square and scraper. So actually I need to go a little bit deeper. And I'll just take a little bit of bark here down. It's not affecting anything, at least at this stage, although I'm quite close to this edge. Okay, that fits over, which is good. And what I now want to do is make a bowl shape, and rough bowl shape, and then I can start to manipulate so I get a balanced rim. Okay, that's all trued up here. You can see, oh, nice bundle of grain here. And it appears that there is none of the cracks, which is always a great idea, a great thing. Now I do need to sharpen the gouge. Okay, now we can check the rim here, how it's. Now I can already see that this part here sticks way to above all of the rest. I'll actually bring you in a bit closer. Okay, so I hope you can see this part here sticks way too up. Now what I can do is actually bring that down, and I think I'll do that, or at least I'll try. So this is the lowest part and it's by itself, and it's actually quite close to the highest part here. So I'll just try to pull it out like so. Oops. Try not to destroy everything. I think it's a little bit more balanced, not by much, but a little better. So now what I'll do is screw up everything again, and that should be it. So this is the size I can grip with these jaws. Make it a little bit higher foot. Just see the grain. Look at that cut, how it's, I hope you can see how it's polished straight from the gouge. Yeah, I think the rim now looks much better. It's cut cleanly. It's really nicely cut here, like glass, smooth. Actually, apart from this little chip out here. Yeah, I'm thinking about what I can do here. Should I go just straight with a curve, or I can do a little reverse curve? Then this one, decision time. What I think I'll do is make, since this is most like a decorative bowl, I'm going to go for a even smaller foot at the end. So I just want to project the curve. Just checking out something. So nice gentle swoop, or a sort of a V-shape ball. Like that, and after I'll extend the curve down through the foot. But first I want to make this nice final cut. I'm still using spindle gouge. I'm trying not to take too much from the top, since it's already small bowl. And yeah, that's a nice clean cut. Hope you can see how it's polished, especially here where the grain is all interlocked. So yeah, that looks okay. spear point scraper. To get a little bit closer to the bottom. Yeah, that's a little better. I think I can sand pretty much all of the outside, or I can leave that to do later, and I think I'll do that. So I can bring this around. So pop it in that little groove. That's running nice and true. So I can hollow it now with a ball gouge. Now this ball pays to be a little bit on the thinner side. Let's just see how that's working. That's actually quite good. A little more thinner. That feels okay. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so what I can do now is clean up the bark here. To clean up the bark is a little bit of 180 on a drill, just turn on the dust extractor. This also can be a little bit dusty. By hand a little bit. As I'm looking this now, this seems a little bit too thick, so I'll just reduce that a little bit more. It's a little bit more elegant. So that's the inside done. That will be quite nice when we get the oil on. This is a piece of beech. So that almost fits over, but I have a sharp edge here. That will be quite nice, like so. and I can remove that later. 10mm spindle gouge. So I can make a small foot, or as I said before, just a nice taper. And I think I'll do that first. To make a nice reverse curve as well. Let's go with that first, and then if I don't like it, I'll make something else. Okay. Flatten the bottom, make it slightly in. Like so. Make it just slight decoration. I hope I can squeeze the spindle gouge. Okay, that's okay. A little bit mark here. That's looking quite nice. And what I'll do now for the bottom is just take it out, the tailstock, and do this part by hand. Now I did lose the line around decoration, but I can live without that. So I gotta put something here. Like that. Can take it out, and yeah, that's looking quite nice. Now just grab that Scotch Brite pad and just brush it a little bit on the inside, so it's the same sort of a, how should I say, scratches, like so, and a little bit of 400 grit just to ease the outside edge. I'm going to use this Clapham's beeswax salad bowl finish. That should bring out quite nicely the colors. And the contrast between the sapwood and the hardwood. Here is how it looks, just gorgeous stuff. So that oil and wax really brings out the natural already color in there, and try to show you a bit closer as well. It's buttery smooth, and like I said, it's sort of a grain that it doesn't look like this at this moment like large, but like I said, it's more on the softer scale, but it works beautifully, and as you saw from the video, so you can see the inside and a little bit further away, So really nice discoloration from the sapwood contrast and from the sapwood and hardwood. And another nice feature is that this is off center. The decoration now in the jam chuck it wasn't perfectly aligned, but that's a feature to confuse other turners. You and me know why this happened, so but I'm not worried about that. It's all handmade item and it's nice even thickness around 2-3 mil. Doesn't have to be thinner or thicker, and it's just nice. And at some point we're probably going to turn the others as well, perhaps on the video, but let me know if you want to buy one of these. Shoot me an email, and if they're still available we'll make something happen. So